Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of Notes from Home. As you can see, we are back home in Tennessee after having a great time in Georgia with Si's family and with our friend Chip Wade at Misty Mill. It was so much fun, but now we're back home. It's a little bit colder out, but we are getting a lot of work done around the house. One of the things that we've worked on is this fireplace makeover, and I'm going to be showing you that a little bit later in this episode. But before we do that, I want to take you outside because Si is hard at work working on the exterior. We've painted the brick and now he's working on the trim and the windows. So let's go out there and see what he's up to. Hey Shugs.
Hey babe.
What you doing?
Getting ready to paint these windows, taping them up right now.
All right.
So.
Okay, well before he paints these windows, I wanted to let you know the colors that we're using on the trim and the gutters. So on the brick we used Sherwin Snowbound,
yep.
Right? But the color for the trim and the windows we're using Valspar Ebony Fields. And this has been a favorite color that I used on my house in Kentucky. I went to Lowe's, I looked for some other colors. I wanted a black, but I didn't want a really dark black. And Ebony Fields just wins out for me because it's black, but it's kind of brown and it's kind of gray. It's this perfect combination. And I love it. So we're using it here on this house too.
Yep. And we're also using, she's right, it's Valspar, but it's Duramax, and we've used that many times.
Yep.
Holds up really good.
Okay, while you tell them about the windows, I'm going to go back inside because it's a little chilly out.
You enjoy your coffee.
All right,
all right, so as you can see, getting ready to paint this window. Guys, these are old windows, and we plan on replacing these soon. So now I'm going to do just a light coat with my paint sprayer of this Ebony Fields paint. And you can see on my gutter, the big thing on these gutters is clean them first. Now I have already pressure washed them, and then I also use just your basic kind of a household cleaner, and I cleaned them. But you can use soap and water or whatever. The key is you want them clean so the paint can adhere, and you also want them perfectly dry. But I've got them taped off. I'll also get 2 light coats on that as well. When I clean this window, these are the type of things that you can use. Just a basic brush, kind of a stiff bristle, and then a more coarse actual metal bristle brush with a scraper on it. And that's what you want to use to sort of clean the windows off. You don't have to get too aggressive on it, especially on an old window like this, but you do want them free of dust and any particles that are sticking up. You want to kind of get those cleaned off. Now, the other thing, so there's going to be a painter that watches this, that does this every day, that will probably have a totally different opinion, and that is okay. But I have taped windows, and I've done them here, where I tape each individual pane, and it takes, well, it's a pain. But anyway, I've taped them off, and it took an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it is very tedious to do it that way. What I found for me, the better way to do it is go ahead and tape it off, put your paper, paint the actual grids with the glass, and then you're going to take your scraper and you're going to, with your blade, and just scrape along the line there, and then you can use a big scraper, small scraper, but you want a good sharp blade, and then it'll just peel off. To me, that's the way to go. It's a whole lot quicker, and it's easy to do that way for me. So let's get started.
So while Si's outside working on the gutters, I wanted to bring y'all inside real quick and show you this makeover I did on the fireplace a couple weekends ago. So I was needing to style the fireplace for another post, and the fireplace, if you remember, was the same ugly brick that was on the exterior of our house. So I decided that I wanted to paint the brick. When I went to paint the brick, the paint was not able to get into the joints because there were some really deep joints between the brick. So I called Si while he was in Kentucky working on our reno, and I asked him if it would work for me to be able to put new grout in the joints. He said absolutely, so that was gonna be the plan. So I went and I got some grout, and I spent an afternoon putting it in between the joints. As you can see, I put the grout on really thick. I filled up the joints, but I also kind of smeared the grout on top of the bricks because I wanted it to have kind of an old world feel. And then once it was dry, the next day, I just rolled some paint right on top of it, same color as our wall, and it created this beautiful new fireplace. Another thing that I did was I painted this brass piece black. So I primed it, painted it black, and then Si took out the glass doors for me so we could leave it nice and open. Right now, this fireplace is not functioning, but eventually we will make it a gas fireplace. But for now, we're just enjoying this beautiful new look. So I'm really glad that we have this beautiful fireplace to enjoy during the holiday seasons. Now, if you want a little more detail about how we did this, I will put a link in the description that gives the tutorial and shows my Instagram stories from when I did this makeover. All right, so we're gonna take a break from the renovation tonight because Si and I are gonna head into Nashville and we are gonna go listen to Jonathan sing at the listening room. We always love when we get to hear Jonathan sing, and we thought you might too, so we're gonna take you along with us.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Good.
That's awesome. Hey, I'm Jonathan. I'm pumped to be here tonight. So I'm gonna be. Well, first of all, let me just say this. I'm super thankful. My whole team is right here, and they're like amazing. I'm new to the Creative Nation family, and get you a team that does this. This is pretty awesome. So I'm thankful for them. I just wanted to thank you guys for coming tonight. Also, my parents are there too. So that's awesome. Mom and Dad wouldn't be here without you. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna be singing. This song is called "Love Takes Time," and I wrote it with Josh Jenkins. Man, I love Josh because we get to kind of just bounce things around and just literally follow where the room, like just where it goes. And we actually write another song, and then like in the middle, like he said something, and he's like, yeah, like legit in the middle, he's like, oh, love takes time, or something like that. And I was like, well, then time take, and then we wrote the chorus and had it done in 30 minutes, but, or 40 minutes, I mean, maybe an hour.
Took a month, okay?
Just finished it I finished it tonight, actually. I'm gonna sing it again. On the corner says the kingdom's coming. Say a prayer and you'll get right in. TV selling that young forever call 800, put your credit card in. Oh, y'all belong. I wanna be the cool kid, know the cool songs. Yeah, we got something to prove. Put a miles on tread, looking for the truth. But love takes time, and time takes working it out all night till the sun comes up. Gotta get to the storm to get to the shine. Life takes living and love takes time. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Alright. I saw a picture hanging on the wall. Grandpa for chores ain't gonna sleep. Blood, sweat, and tears all 99 years. Said to get to the goal, gotta go through the heat. Love takes time, time takes working it out all night till the sun comes up. Gotta go through the storm to get to the shine. Life takes living and love takes time. Love takes grace and grace don't taste that great when you think you're always right. Gotta go through the thorns to get through the wine. Life takes living and love takes time. Alright, yeah. Alright, yeah. Alright, oh, alright. Yeah, oh, y'all wanna belong. I wanna be the cool kid. songs. Yeah, y'all got something to prove. Putting miles on tread, looking for the truth. But love takes time, and time takes working it out all night till the sun comes up. Gotta go through the storm to get to the shine. Life takes living and love takes time. Love takes grace and grace don't taste that great when you think you're always right. Gotta go through the thorns to get to the wine. Life takes living and love takes time. Alright, yeah. Alright, yeah. Alright, yeah. Alright, yeah. Your life takes money, but money can't buy more than what you wish you had at the end of your life. Playing catch with the kid, drinking beer with a friend, kissing your whole world one more time. Alright.
So thanks for joining us last night at the listening room. We hope you enjoyed hearing Jonathan sing. And now it's time for us to get back to work.
Yes, I've got my work cut out this weekend, but as you can see right now, I'm just trying to get things square on this front porch decking and get things ready to go. I got a lot of work to do this weekend.
Yeah, and we're gonna work on the roof as well. So we had told you all in an earlier episode some plans that we had for the front porch roof. Well, we've changed those plans a little bit. We've come up with a different plan. We're gonna change something in the gabled roof, and we're gonna be sharing that with you next week. So be sure to come back and check that out. If you're not following us, be sure to subscribe to this channel and click that little bell down there, and that'll give you a notification when our videos are live. But for now, we gotta get busy.
We got a lot of work to do.
All right, see you next week.